right. Here we go. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. All right, let's see here. Did I make this public? Let's see here. Is this public? Yes, it is public. Okay, perfect. I thought I hit the wrong button. All right. And let's see here. Everything. Oh, what did I just click on? There we go. Everything good? Yes, everything's good. Okay, we're good. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? It's still snowing here. I'm over the snow. But I think we got like 6 inches of snow so far. And I'm just like, can you please stop snowing? So, okay, there we go. Notification just went out. Looks like. Hey, Diane. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Pink. Hey, Cece. Hey, Medusa. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Windows. So I found you like over a year ago now. Well, thanks thanks so much for hanging out with me for the past year, Windows. Hey, Lily. Hey, Vixen. Hey, Shanoa. Hey, Justin. Hey, Stephanie. Is everybody having a good Tuesday so far? Hey, Kayla. We got a lot to talk about today because I never made a video about all of this that's going on. Just because, I mean, it's still going on to this day. Dustin just posted a video today about everything. So, hey, Mackenzie. The Dustin Dailey Drama. The Dustin Dailey Drama poos you. Hey, Echo. You look healthy today. Oh, well, thank you. I didn't get much sleep last night. So, I mean, at least I look healthy, so that's good. Hey, Brian. Wait, what happened? So what happened with Dustin's video today, or what's been going on with Dustin and Nick for like the past, really, like on Twitter, it's been about 2 weeks back and forth, or I mean, there's been, situations going on for the past couple of months, but I mean, on Twitter, it's really kind of escalated in like the past couple of weeks. Who are the dailies beefing with now? It's with Karma TV and Dre is who they're having a back and forth with right now. If anyone who prays would pay for my grandmother, or if anybody who prays would pray for my grandmother, she had open heart surgery today and had to go back in the hospital to stop some interior bleeding. Oh no, Kayla, I hope she is doing okay. Everybody send some positive thoughts and prayers Kayla's way for her grandmother. I have no idea. Did they break up? No, they didn't break up. They've just been having a back and forth with Karma and Dre. For really on Twitter, it's been like, I mean, it's been for the past couple of months, but it's really kind of escalated over the past couple of weeks. Hey, Bleezy. Hey, Natasha. Hey, Clay. How's Holly doing, Clay? Praying for grandmother. Praying for your grandmother, Kayla. Okay, praying for your grandmother, Kayla. I'll be back on later if you're on. All right, sounds good, Windows. Usually my streams have only been lasting about an hour. That way when people do come back to watch them, they're not like 2 hours. So, something that you can actually like sit down and watch and not have to dedicate a huge amount of time. And if you watch it on ×2 speed, then it's only half an hour. But I do have a lot of comments that always tell me that I talk really fast in my videos. So hopefully that's not as much in my stream, but as I'm saying that, I'm also realizing that I'm talking really fast, so I apologize. Dre and Karma grows to talk about his mother is disgusting. Well, we'll get into that about like the whole mother thing, and Dre saying, well, you can talk about my mom, but I can't talk about yours. We'll get into all that. Did Dustin's boyfriend ever address the breakup with him? Not that I am aware of, Brian. I know that Dustin said he might talk about it at some point, but I haven't seen Eric say anything. And if they want to keep that private, then that's their choice to do so. If they want to make it public, then they can make it public. Do you have a membership or a Patreon want to support? Blue, if you click on, I think it's the super, oh no, that's the super chat button. If there is a membership link in the description of the video. I thought that if you're on mobile and you click on the super chat button, I thought it gave you the option for the join channel, but maybe it doesn't. But in the description of the video, there's a link to join the channel. It's just 99 cents if you want to join. And then you get the little teacup emoji next to your name, and then also access to the emotes that I have there. Let's see. I can also see, I might have, I'll see if I can grab a link for you. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh gosh, I almost went to the wrong window. There we go. That's also the link there too. Hey, Pink. Hey, Bree. I'm trying to stay awake. Oh no. Have you been up all day, Bree? Hey, caller. I'm using a modded app. That's why I didn't see it. Oh no, you're good. I posted the link in the chat if you want the link to that. Hey, American Princess. Karma always gave me bully vibes. I don't know much about Dre. Oh my goodness, I caught a live. Hey, Lara. Hey, Zombie. So I feel like, hey, Kate, don't forget to like the live. Thank you. I feel like, I mean, they've had issues back and forth back when Karma was known as Champagne Taste, then Champagne Taste 2.0. I've done videos about most of the situation because back then when they had their beef, you know, it was this and that and then stopped, and it was something. I clicked the link and it says to block or report no Cash App or PayPal. Oh no, what happens if I click it? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, when I click it, it says join this channel. Can you see the description of the video, Blue? Or was that the link in the description? Or that's who Karma is. What? Wow. Yeah, so Karma was known as Champagne Taste back in the day, although I called her Champagne Toast because that's just like what came out of my mouth at the time because of the candle Champagne Toast. So her name was Champagne Taste or Champagne Taste 2.0. And then, you know, they've had issues back and forth. They've worked it out, and then they have issues again. But from what I can tell is that a lot of this started back up again when Dre did a video a couple of months ago talking about Dustin and Nick. And I can't really speak on that video because I never saw the video. I never went back and watched it. I know Dre's in my Discord and he posted the link to it, but I was like, okay, I'll go back and watch it. And then I just kept forgetting about it. And then all this happened. And so I really should probably go back and watch it to see what all happened. But apparently there was things that were said in the video that Nick and Dustin didn't agree with. And so they voiced their opinions on it, which, you know, they're allowed to do. If someone talks about you, you're definitely allowed to respond, just like with the whole Nick and Dustin and Luscious situation. You know, if Nick and Dustin are talking about Luscious, she has the right to respond. It just like if she talks about them, they have the right to respond. Just like anybody that anybody talks about on their channel, if Nick wants to talk about James Charles on his channel and James Charles decides that he wants to respond and call out Nick, I mean, he definitely has the right to do so. But I'm not exactly sure what was said in the video. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak to that. But from what I understand is there's just some things that they didn't agree with that were being said or some narratives that were being pushed. Let's see here. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. Back to work at the office 4 days a week and home on Fridays. The time change has caused extra tiredness. Oh, yeah. The time change. I hate the time change. They laughed because Dre was dragging Nick live and his mom told him to watch his mouth. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Smudge. Karma blocked me, and I've never commented on any of this mess. A little different to find it funny. Someone's mom yells at them, than to talk about someone's mom who may be passing away. The only two I've heard of is Nick and Dustin. So that's what I know from what's kind of sparked this whole situation between the two of them. If anybody has seen Dre's video and knows what Nick and Dustin had an issue with, definitely, leave it in the chat so I can read it. Like I said, I haven't seen the video, and I wasn't really paying too much attention when it happened because at that point I had just started back at work. And so I was focused more on work than I was anything on YouTube. I'm sure as you guys have noticed, my video content has been lacking just because I have been working and then also doing some other things in my personal life. So I haven't really been able to do YouTube as much. Like I said in the last stream, I was going to try to get at least one video up a week, but at least my live's on Tuesday. And then, of course, I missed my live on Tuesday because it was super nice outside. And I spent all day outside and didn't realize what time it was. But this week, apparently, we decided that we needed 6 inches of snow instead of it being 70 degrees. So definitely did not have a chance to spend time outside. I missed you, Bruce. Hey, D. 40 people watching, 5 likes. Come on, guys. Let's support our faves. Oh, well, thank you, Blue. Bruce, you forgot about us. What do you mean, Smudge? Hey, Bruce. Yes, the video posted by Dre on 12/6 is what caused Nick's friend to drag Dre on live and post Twitter voice notes calling Dre. I'm gonna assume a P word is what that is. For his video during the SG situation. Now we are here. Okay, Nessa, what was Dre's stance on the whole situation? Because I know when I made that video, I had a lot of people who agreed with what I said. I had a lot of people who didn't agree with what I said, because my thing was, if this is actually your friend and you're trying to work with them and help them, then, you try to keep things off of social media and address things off of social media, not on social media. And, I say that about every time anybody brings anything public that could be handled behind the scenes. Doesn't matter what the drama is. We always say, why can't this be handled privately? But obviously when it's handled publicly, we talk about it. And then I also had the stance too, is like, well, if this wasn't a personal friendship and it was just a collab and, you have your business, which, Smokey Glow's channel is a larger channel. So she makes a decent amount of money, I would assume, from her channel. When you're doing something as a collab with another person, then you're putting your business on the line. So you want to make sure you know everything about this other person. And so I had the other opinion of, if you're going to do a collab with somebody, then you need to definitely make sure you do your research on it. So I saw both sides to it, but obviously everybody's entitled to have their opinion. And the only thing that gets blocked from my comments, honestly, are bad words. So did you see Without a Crystal Ball tried to dogpile saying they're defending her and they pushed her to feeling suicidal? She literally the most ridiculous human being ever. Well, I saw that she went on a live stream where she talked about the whole case being dropped and stuff, but we can definitely bring that up later on in the video as well. I'm sure most people right now want to just talk about the Nick and Dustin stuff, but yeah, I think Nick tweeted out something saying oh, Without a Crystal Ball is trying to say that I was the one that leaked her court documents or something. It's I don't even think that Nick, he might have had them, but I feel like most people got their information about that entire situation from Emily D. Baker. Anyone see Nick's vid on the Tidy channel talking stuff about him? Justin, I'm not sure whose channel you're talking about there. Dre grabbed the wrong end of the stick in Nick and Dustin video. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Crystal. I couldn't wait for my professor to stop lecturing so I could just get here from the title. Hey, Tiffy, how are you? I love Justin and Nick, and I'm clueless. I'm clueless what the drama is. I support who I want and how I want. D called that. D then called Dre in it. Yes, 100%. Their argument of who we are doing to you, what you do to others makes no sense. Nick and Dustin don't dig for info. They talk about everyone else talks about. I'm confused. He pretty much said he always defended them, but he couldn't anymore because the original situation was something that affected BIPOC, but they diverted the attention back to Smokey Glow being a bad friend. Okay. And I mean, I can see, why Dre would say that, because in my video, I focused on the friendship as well, because I don't have enough knowledge or understanding, or personal situations with BIPOC, because I am not one. But I believe I talked about it in my video as well. Just that, it's not just about their friendship, but it's about, how everyone else feels and reacts to things, and that everyone's opinion is validated. So, I mean, I understand, his point on that. There is no way to leak filed court documents. Once filed, they are public. Exactly, Michelle. I saw that video, Justin. People are poo for saying that they're happy for what Dustin is going through. I agree, Lily. Hey, Bruce, great. Hope you're doing great too. I am. Thank you, Tiffy. Drake, Karma, and Nick / Dustin have been at it since. Okay. Karma and Dre just live to have drama. Karma goes from one person to the other. Sad, really. He didn't say their name. To not give attention. Yeah, I'm not sure what channel, Justin. I mean, I'm sure I could definitely look. So, the world has a completely different set of rules for Miss Katie Joy. Perfect timing. Hey, Leah. Hey, everyone. I was here at the beginning, but got distracted here now. Welcome back, Shanoa. Yes, Robin. She can't hold on to friends very long. Sad. That was his opinion. As him being part of the BIPOC community, he had the right to that opinion without old friends of him in the community calling him a P word. Okay. I'm assuming, Nessa, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was D that did the live stream that you're talking about. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just trying to remember, but I want to say it was D that you're talking about. Hey, Jennifer. Didn't Karma have issues with the guy from Tea Time as well for a while? Yes, Kate, Karma and Nikki had issues. And then we had the whole Shelby situation. I believe I have videos about all of it on my channel. Yeah, now apparently they're buddy. So does Nick. Always moving on to the next person to attack. Sounds exactly what they have done to Ray at Robin. This is the DC, and they have and they used to fight, and they used to all fight with each other, even worse at times. Well, yeah, I mean, Nessa, this isn't something that's new that happens in the drama community. I mean, I want to say the last big. I mean, there was the issue with Mango No, it wasn't last year. It was God, was that 3 years ago? Was the Mango stuff 3 years ago? Might have been 2 years ago. So true. 3 years ago, there was everything going on with Mango, and then before that, it was the cookie and stuff. So there's always drama in the drama community. And it was really kind of when I saw the stuff that was happening with the Mango drama, that's kind of when I really switched, because I was doing just regular drama, and then that's when I kind of started to report on the drama channel drama, because that's when Nick and Shannon were going back and forth. And so then that's kind of when I switched my focus over to that. And then that's when a lot of you guys found me. And now I try to report on both, just to have a bigger umbrella of topics to talk about. But now there's just so much going on that I don't even have enough time to do videos about things. Yeah, it was D, and then it just escalated since then. I don't give a what is going on between them. Talk about his mom is sick. If you co-sign that, you are too. It's just my opinion. I can't stand Dustin and Nick. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. Yeah, publicly beefed with Peter Mon back in the day, with Peter Mon and even Rich back in the day. Yeah. Because I saw like that old tweet of Dustin and or that old message or comment left on a video of Dustin's from Rich about like recording a phone conversation or something. But I mean, sometimes people get along, sometimes people fight, and then people make up. I mean, that's just what happens in relationships. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen at the end of all of this, but, I don't really see everybody, I don't see all the parties involved in this situation sitting down for a cup of tea at the end of the day anytime soon. No pun intended, maybe a cup of coffee. Yeah, Mango. It's so much I can't keep up, and I'm not even making a video. Yeah, I mean, literally, I would wake up some days when all this was going on, and like between Nick and Dustin and Karma, like I had everybody on notifications so I could just see what's going on, and I'd have like 150 Twitter notifications. I just got here. What's the tea? Love you. We were just talking about what's going on with Nick and Dustin and Karma and Dre. I love Peter Mon. Bruce, the commentary community will always have tons of things to make videos on. That's why I do makeup and skincare. Yeah, I mean, there's always someone to talk about. And I mean, even if it's people that, aren't on YouTube, whether it's TikTok or Twitch or whatever, I mean, there's just always somebody to talk to. So when you do just commentary or drama, whatever you want to call it, whatever term you want to put it under, I mean, you just got to find somebody to talk about. I mean, there's millions of people on YouTube and Twitch that you can talk about. I hope Peter gets a tati pulled on him. What do you mean, Nanette? Okay, so that's kind of like where everything started. And then like D is jumps in, defends her friends. I didn't see, I think I maybe heard a voice note about D's live. I don't know if I ever saw the actual live or voice memo. I don't know if I saw the live that Nessa's talking about. I mean, I try to pop in and out of as many things as I can while I can, but I mean, it just depends if I'm looking at my phone when I get the notification or not. It was other Twitter users who brought that up, Robin, but they also shouldn't mention anyone's mom, even if her voice is in the live. They don't know the dynamic of Dre's relationship with his mom. I like Peter. I like Peter too. Yeah, so D jumped in, and then I believe there was some back and forth between Karma and D that happened. And then really like a bunch of it just, I mean, it went back and forth. Eric tweeted out some stuff today as well. I'll have to check that out, Zoe. I never heard the voice note, and I saw a live. Okay, so I know that D had some voice notes talking about at least Karma. I'm not sure if she talked about Dre. I thought I heard something about it, but I mean, it could be. Maybe it wasn't live. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, there's just so much that was going on. And then I guess what really started this like to boil to the point that it is now is that there was the video that Dre did with Karma and their live, that if you guys saw Nick and Dustin's Twitter, they put a clip of it on Twitter talking about Nick and his sobriety, and then they decided to turn it into a song. And then I'm assuming that is the live that they're talking about when Dre's mom came in to tell him to keep it down. Nessa, I get that. I get they're your friends. We won't argue here. I'm not trying to argue. I can see both sides. I lost my mom, and I couldn't imagine someone talking crap when she was sick. The way he talks about people, then he acts so innocent, so fake. Oh, okay, Nanette. That can be said about most drama channels. Leave people's families out of it. WTF. But that song was funny AF. So we had that situation, and then then I believe next what was happened was allegedly Nick put a copyright strike on to Karma's video, and this takes me back to the situation that we had a year ago with T-Trigger and somebody putting a copyright strike on his video, which then T-Trigger made an entire video about getting a copyright strike put on his video. And then I did an entire video about that. And the thing is, like, if you look at Nick's channel, the channel name is like The Viewer's Voice and all capitalized, but then the channel that claimed the video was The Viewer's Voice with just the T, V and V capitalized. And so I'm like, if it was a copyright strike from Nick's channel, then, it would show the channel name how it is on his channel. And then, so people were wondering, well, did Nick create a fake channel to do this copyright strike? Did he just submit the information with a different name on it? Did somebody else file a copyright claim on it? Because basically anybody can file a copyright claim on a video. It doesn't matter what the video is. You can go in and you can file a copyright claim and put information in there. So there was that whole drama. And Nick went and he showed his copyright claims, showing that he had not placed a copyright strike on anybody's channel, because they pulled up and it showed that. And then the copyright claim got released. I don't know if it was because it was fought or if it was taken down, or if the account that made it was deleted, or what the deal was, but the strike on that got released. And the thing is that if you file a false copyright claim, you have to provide information to be able to do so. So if you put a fake claim on somebody's channel, you still have to give your information to YouTube to be able to do that. So if you have another channel and you're filing a different claim through another channel, I mean, it's still going to connect to your information. So I don't really see, in my opinion, somebody with a large channel like Nick's putting his channel at risk to file a false copyright claim on a channel. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't really see that happening. I mean, that's how he makes his income. So, I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, obviously, you guys are entitled to have your opinion if you believe that Nick did it. But, I mean, why would it be filed by Nicholas Snider and not The Viewer's Voice? But then at the same time, it's like, well, is it filed as that because it's from Patreon, and that's what it's listed under Patreon? But as I remember from the cease and desist that was sent to the other channel that Nick was having issues with, when they talked about the Patreon content in there, they didn't refer to Nick as Nicholas. They said that this is the property of Nick Snider and not Nicholas Snider. So is everything registered under Patreon under Nick Snider? Because then that would be how you would file any kind of paperwork, and not under Nicholas. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The only one who knows 100% is whoever filed the claim. And the only way that Karma will know 100% who filed the claim is if she does a counterclaim to it, and then everybody gets everybody's information. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I'm going to catch up in the chat. And just somebody remind me where I am when I get done with the chat. You had all the right to do so because it's behind a paywall. Hey, Bruce, I feel like if people understood where all this started and how Dre just wanted Nick and Dustin to understand and acknowledge his stance from the first issue, things wouldn't have got to this. I agree, Jen. Yeah, like, I mean, Dre was just trying to say, like, this is how I feel. This is the issue that I'm having. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the actual video, so I don't know what triggered them to respond or how they actually responded. I don't know. I don't remember that 100%. So if somebody does, definitely, leave it in the chat so I can read it. Let's see. I couldn't do that either, Robin, but also it hit close to home for me to see his microaggressions cause him so much hatred in the community by people who don't understand microaggressions. They talked about it today on the podcast. Oh, okay. I'll have to go listen to the podcast today. I haven't listened to the podcast today. I don't know, but I don't think that was Nick's channel. Thank you and hi. I do hate that feelings have been hurt on both sides when people ultimately just want to express their feelings and be heard. I don't think that Nick did it either. Don't post someone's stuff without them knowing and behind a paywall and a story. Part of the problem is that Dre only talked about, as I recall, a portion of their video that was perfect, or that was perfected with something like, every time I mention Smoky Glow, someone being talked about, every time I mention Smoky Glow, people began talking about the party. So, hey Bruce, I'm glad to see you in the SS. I hate Karma. I'm not counterclaiming, so they can have my personal info. Thanks. Karma, is there any other information in the email? Does it just say like claimed by Nicholas Snider? Does it give any information linked to a channel or anything? I mean, I've had a copyright claim placed on my videos in the past, but they've all just been basically monetization claims. So there wasn't like content copyright. They just, well, I mean, it was, but they said, keep your video, but we're just going to take your money. So I didn't have any links to look at anything. They just basically said, give me your money. And I said, okay, have the 15 cents that I made from that video with 100 views. You're welcome. Thank you. On the other hand, that's besides the point of where we are now. I get that that's totally understandable. Hey, Ale. You were about 30 minutes late, Ale. I'll look into it. You can have it all. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's all in, an email that's sent like that. I don't know if it links to a channel, if it gives you any other information about who filed the claim, anything like that. Because I know, like I said, you can, the thing is with YouTube and their copyright content system ID, or not the system ID, but just like the filing process, that you can click on a video and file a claim and enter information, but you still have to put in actual contact information. So like if someone's going to file a false claim or someone's going to file a claim under somebody else's name, they still have to put in their information. So I mean, the biggest issue is like if it doesn't link to an actual channel, for sure I wouldn't do a counterclaim on that, because what is it? Is it after, do you have 30 days to file a counterclaim, or like what is it? And then does the strike go away after like 3 months or something? I don't remember. I mean, I can, Google it and all that stuff, but I know after a while, like it drops back off your channel. But I mean, the scary thing is, who actually is filing this information, because like I said, in the cease and desist that was sent to the other channel, everything that was listed in that document, as I remember, said Nick Snider, not Nicholas Snider. So about half an hour. And even more to the point, people piling on made this situation too has no room for very proud people to back down. 15 cents. Here's the 15 cents, right? Like, you can take my 15 cents from that Trisha Paytas video that had 100 views on it. I think that Tana Mojo video that got copyright claimed for monetization had like 700 views on it. So I mean, maybe they made $1 off that video. So you're welcome, Tana. I bought you one puff of your next J. Yes, do you know what the original issue was before Nick, Dustin, and Rich inserted themselves in regards to the BIPOC community? And Angelica, AO was wrong and should have stayed on that. I believe what the issue was that Angelica wasn't taking what the community was saying about the Kardashians into account, and how they were feeling about the Kardashians stealing from their culture. Is that right, Nessa? I believe that was the main issue that people were having with Angelica's video. Bruce, you made 15 cents. You're making the big YouTube money now. Right, I know, my 15 cents. In my day 3 video, I talked about how I was feeling it was wrong to trivialize the conversation to Smokey Glow being a bad friend when the BIPOC community is trying to have a bigger conversation. Yeah, and I am Dre. We talked about that a little bit earlier in the live, and I mean, I definitely see your point on that and how you weren't being heard about that whole situation. I talked about in my video about her being a bad friend, and also her like you weren't a friend and it was a business thing, then you should have did better research for your business if you're worried about how your business is going to look. But I said, I don't have the experience or really like anything to be able to talk on that issue besides saying you need to make sure that you're listening to people who are part of the community who are having issues and listen to their voices and not, just tossing them aside and saying, I don't care what you have to say. And I feel like that's what people were saying that Angelica was doing with her video. The whole situation has gotten so tiring and anxiety triggering, so much negativity from everyone. Wish they would all agree to stop and then actually do it. Oh yeah, although the topic of the party would come up as top. I mean, anytime anybody brings up Nick and Smokey Glow to the end of time, it's going to be there. Somebody's going to bring up the party. There's no way it's not going to happen. If Smokey Glow wasn't involved, Nick and Dustin wouldn't have piled on the drama with her and AO. They were still about her over the Christmas party and wanted to get back at her. I don't think the party would have been brought up if those three wouldn't have inserted themselves, in my opinion. Yeah, because I don't think that Smokey Glow talked about the party at all, not that I am aware of. I just checked Twitter, and R2D2 said they laughed at Dustin's sister passing away. Another person said that they're happy his mom is sick, awful. Yeah, I saw that too. Christine. She would have brought it up as a smoke screen eventually. Exactly, Christine. Let's see. There's plenty to dislike about Smokey Glow without having to mention that damn party. I mean, that party is going to be brought up till the end of time, though. It is. Hey, Dev. I saw that people are sick. Yes, and had it not been an important issue, if it had not been an important issue, they jumped in. It would have been different. For real. Yep. Dustin shared the screenshots of those comments left on his video. Just absolutely vile. And the best is these dirtbags hide behind a cartoon and pop image and not their real face. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, and just to like literally go to somebody's video who you don't like and leave a comment like that. I mean, I don't care how upset I am with somebody or how much I dislike them. Like, I'm never, ever going to say something like that about somebody else's family. Like, that's just wrong. Smokey Glow addressed them in a second video and explained her side. Hey, new sub here. Hey, Be Free. Yeah, people are sick. The almost 500 comments on Dre's channels included most disgusting comments. They're sick. There's sick people all over the community. Oh no, Nessa, I 100% agree. And if Dre, if you're still in here, I hope that you do have like a comment filter on your channel. I made sure and I, went through and I put in a bunch of words that I'm like, nope, if you're going to be saying anything like this in the comments of my channel, then it's going to be filtered out. Like, even if you're trying to be funny, or I mean, even if it's about the topic that I'm talking about in my video, I mean, I'm very careful as far as the words that I use in my video, just, so I don't offend anybody. And at the same time, it doesn't affect monetization. But when I'm talking about certain topics, I won't say a certain word. And then if you say it in the actual comments, I mean, most of the time it's going to be flagged. Unfortunately, I try to go through them. But sometimes it's just hard to keep up because sometimes they're underneath other things. I try to go to the actual studio to do it and then it doesn't work. But let's see here. Smokey another fake. And they were like, oh, I would say it to your face. I don't care. Doubt since your face is not the real avatar. Person I feel for him. Smokey did talk about it, or talk about the party in a response to the AO drama and pretty much said they needed to get over it. Let's see here. That is when that all started. 89 comments after a comment I left on Nick's video mocking everything about me and even my mom shaming. A comment that Nick left on your video, Karma. Indeed, exactly. I never speak about someone's parent. People are sick. I've never commented on anyone's channel but Nick or Dustin. They only comment on Nick and Dustin's tweets also. Some people who are in here have done that too. I watched Dustin's video and I had the idea, and I had no idea his mom was super sick. My heart goes out to him. Dementia is awful. Well, I don't think he's really shared much on Twitter and his videos about his mom in the past that I can remember. I mean, he might have said that his mom has health issues and stuff, but I don't think he's ever really said anything other than that. I could be wrong. Sick assumptions being made about us because they only listen to one side, and then they join in the nasty comments on their tweets about us. I'm going to have to now. Dre, you need to put a filter on your channel and, filter out what you need, put the words in that you need, and then just don't even go look at them. Like, it's not worth the stress of somebody leaving comments like that on your videos. I'll go through mine just to approve ones that, have swear words in them. But there's like things in there that you see that you're just like, okay, I'm done with this today, and just close out of it. For like 2 months. I love this guy's voice. It's so soothing. Oh, well, thank you, B. Shinoa typos, lol. So you're a mod in here too. Typo. We love typos. But you have to realize the actual sick people leave in the comments, which is not the fault of Nick, Dustin, Karma, or Dre. 100%. And I'm sure, Karma and Dre are both in here, so they can, state whatever they want about the situation. But I would assume that they are on the stance of don't go to Nick and Dustin's channel and leave inappropriate comments, leave hateful comments, leave hurtful comments. I'm sure that they would say the same thing. We know that Nick and Dustin have stated it in the past in their videos, like, do not go and leave hate to this person. That's not what this is for. This is just me sharing my side of what's happening. This is my side. This is my opinion. Don't go leave hate to these people. I would assume that Dre and Karma are, would say the same thing. Let's see here. BS Rama, you're the one talking about me going to take care of my kids. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Shinoa is super popular. And she's my wifey. I feel like if people feel the need to comment, then leave family out of it, both sides, because both sides brought it up, parents, and that's just not right. And quite frankly, Nick and Dustin need to admit they overreacted to a fairly mild rebuke. I know that Nick has basically said in the past, like, if you mention my sobriety, like, I'm gonna comment on it. Like, I'm gonna reply. So if you want to reply, go ahead and talk about it. Do that at your own risk. But it has escalated. It continues to escalate and escalate. No, that's the car. Escalate. Oh my God. I'm done talking for the day. It continues to go, and hopefully it's coming to an end. It's getting to the point now, like, with the screenshots that Dustin shared on his Twitter about people leaving those comments about his mom and his sister. Like, it's going way too far. I agree. Family members shouldn't be talked about, especially if they're not the ones involved in the drama. 100%. If it's a family member that's on your channel, or your family member that decides that they want to reply to somebody's tweet, then they decided to insert themselves into the drama. But if they're not, like, voluntarily putting themselves on your channel or on social media, then I don't think that anybody's family should be discussed. It should be about the people who are actually involved in the situation. I have all the SS. I'm gonna go. Bye. All right, bye, Karma. How's work? Did you see Shai's tweet about our place? And even has the river you wanted. Oh, work's going good, Dev. I haven't seen the tweet. I'll have to go check it out. I'm not arguing with you. You legit go off and on. No thanks. Bruce is always fair in his commentary on situations going on. That's why we love him. I mean, I try to always see both sides of the situation. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm sure everyone's like, well, you're always going to just take Nick and Dustin's sides because you're friendly with them because you've played games with them in the past. I mean, I've had conversations with Dre off of, social media in the past. Like, it's not like one side versus the other. I try to share everything that I see. I try to keep up with as much as I can because I know sometimes it's a lot, and then share that information with you guys. And then I try to see both sides of the entire situation. Thank you, caller. I don't think they understood what was being said in that original video, and they went into attack mode. Me popular, not lame. The R2D2 account is fake. Probably made by one of the dailies to play victim. It's escalated way past the original videos. I don't think so, Burn. Escalade. Hey, Saturn Moon. Shanoa, you're beautiful. Or you're amazing and beautiful, and I will bake you cookies and all kinds of things for you like a good wifey. Nick brought up Dre's mom. Jennifer, D is going to be mad. Uh-oh. Don't make D mad. I feel bad for Dustin, though. I hope him and his fam will get through this, and I hope his mother recovers. Me and Jennifer and D are in a throuple. No fighting here. Everyone fighting over Shanoa. What I miss. Heather, you missed a lot. We're like 46 minutes in. Honestly, those two intentionally look for others. To mention them just when they go into attack mode, even if what said wasn't awful. So we'll get into the whole situation about like the families. Like, so I know that Nick and Dustin brought up Dre's mom because Dre's mom, like I said, I didn't see the live stream. This is just what I'm hearing from social media that Dre's mom was heard in his live stream telling him to keep it down because it was being too loud or something along the lines of that. And so they brought it up and they said it was funny. And then Dre commented back. I don't know what Dre said about something, but then it was something about like, you can talk about my mom, but I can't talk about yours. And I mean, I completely agree. Like, I don't feel like it should have been brought up at all. Like, there was no reason to bring up Dre's mom, coming into the live stream, telling him to keep it down. And so, I mean, I don't like, we just talked about, I don't feel like if somebody is not on social media, they shouldn't be a part of the conversation at all, especially if it comes to parents or kids. But then you have people who are sending Nick and Dustin like messages about like, well, why aren't you going to see your mom? You should be there. Like, how dare you not be there? And then I'm like, because I messaged Dustin and I was like, hey, just hope everything's going okay with your mom, sending, love and prayers and happy thoughts your way. And I asked him, if he was going up there, and he basically said no. And I totally understood why. I mean, we're still in a global pandemic. And so if you go to the hospital, it's not like they're going to let you in. Like, unless you're a minor, there's like, you need a parent there to be able to sign documents, or if you're somebody who doesn't have your own power of attorney, you need the person there who has to be there to sign documents and make decisions. But the only person who is probably, and this is me assuming, the only person who's probably allowed anywhere near his mom would be his dad, or the person that has power of attorney. Like, that's the only person that they're going to let anywhere remotely near her. And I don't even know if they would even let them near her. She's in the ICU because of everything that's going on in the world. But then if they did travel up to North Carolina, then people would say, how dare you? How could you put her at risk even more by traveling to North Carolina knowing that she's in the hospital and she's sick? So, I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. Like, no matter what they ended up doing in the situation, people were going to like attack, and it doesn't matter just because it's Nick and Dustin. But the whole thing about people bringing up his mom shouldn't even be a part of the conversation to begin with. Let's see here. Hey, Jen. Hey, Xylee. Seeing comments about Dustin's sister made me sick. I lost my brother, and no one deserves comments like that. Nick and Dustin talk about Truth with You by Allie and her struggles with sobriety when they were fighting. I believe they both went back and forth. I'll have to go back and watch the video, Brie. I'm not 100% sure. But I know that, well, the last time that I was on like Nick's channel going through it, like I did see that video was still there about the whole situation that happened with Allie and Nick's birthday. But I don't know. Yes, actually, no, he did, because I remember Allie put some tweets out about there saying that she was going to go home and do some things. And so I know that Nick did talk about that in his video because he was addressing the things that were said online. But I don't believe, from going back and thinking about it now, that it was something that he was using to attack her with. He was saying, like, you were the one that said that you were going to do these things. Hey, Donna. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, though. Sorry, Bree, that was a while ago. I'm just catching back up in the chat. I didn't say it was funny. They said you're pathetic for living with his mom. I mean, I was living with my parents when I was 30. I moved back home when I was 30. I mean, I loved living at home rent-free. I wish I could do it now. I thought if you were in critical care, one person can go in. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably somebody who is either a parent or somebody who has the power of attorney, or your spouse, I would assume. Exactly. I was in the hospital yesterday and no one was allowed to come with me. I had to get a babysitter even for my daughter. It depends on the state, the country. Even here, you can't have anyone in. I knew here. What's going on? Like from the start, quick overview. Your title had me clicking so fast. Hey, Edwin. We're just talking about all the stuff that happened with Nick and Dustin over the past like month-ish. Nobody is pathetic for living with their parent, especially if they are caring for their parent due to financial issues. They've done the same thing, calling out others for a lot, and have forgotten them, but a lot have not. I was in the ICU twice in the past 6 months. They will. I don't think anyone would criticize Dustin for traveling for his mom. Oh, yeah, I'm sure people would say, how dare you travel during a pandemic. Wouldn't let me see my nephew, not even his father. Exactly, they wouldn't let all my family in because of the pandemic I'm going through with my mom. They don't people that in when they're fighting something else. Stay out of people's families' business, period. I was in the ICU twice in the last 6 months. They wouldn't let anyone go in. Oh, geez. Oh, gee. Oh, wait. Oh, I hate it when the chat jumps like that. Dev was in the ICU. Welcome back, Natasha. Yes, ICU. No one can go to the ICU during all of this, at least in Indiana. My sister and brother-in-law couldn't be with my mom until she took her last breath. My nieces couldn't see her. They're big-time hypocrites. They don't keep the same energy. That's why they get called out. Nick and Dustin aren't the victims. They love the drama and actually look for mentions. They are more capable of biting back, and let's face it, it's creating views and making them money. I mean, even if that's so, if they decide to seek out drama and stuff like that, that's on them. But I don't think that anybody should be talking about somebody else's family members that are not a part of the conversation to begin with. And that goes on all sides. Like I said, I don't feel like Nick and Dustin should have brought up Dre's mom in I don't know if they talked about it in the video, but I know they talked about it in the podcast. And I don't think that people should be talking about Dustin's mom on Twitter and like things that they're saying, like, like, how dare you not travel to go see her? So isn't that part of the reasons for these beefs? They're all victims, just as they are all returning fire. There is no fire, it will die down. Perhaps stop the childish finger pointing and start making and everyone can go back to their normal. Yeah, I mean, I hope like it's coming to an end. I mean, I understand, there's frustrations and anger on both sides, but it's got to get to the point where someone just says enough is enough and I'm not doing this anymore and just stops responding. And then hopefully that, stops everything altogether. I think some of the people brought it up on Twitter, which I don't with, because he posted the shade and his mom, then shade, and I didn't expect anyone to say anything. You could argue that if Dustin doesn't want his mom mentioned, then don't air your private business on Twitter. I mean, I don't feel like he aired his private business on Twitter except for the fact that his mom wasn't doing well and that she was in the hospital. I don't feel like that is okay for then people to respond back with, well, I hope she doesn't make it. Like, I hope she passes away. Like, that's not okay. Like, to say stuff like that is not okay. It doesn't matter who puts it on, like, Twitter. It'd be like if somebody put a picture of their child on Twitter and then somebody leaves an inappropriate comment underneath of that. Like, it's not okay for people to do that. And unfortunately, that's the world that we live in, where people will do that because they feel entitled to behind a fake account. But it's just disgusting. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, who it's about. Like, it shouldn't have been done, period. There are a lot of people who can do with a long break from Twitter. So you can argue they can say Dre's mother was heard since she was in the vid. Yes, no, you can't keep blaming one source. I watched Justin's video he just posted. My reoccurring thought, though, was quit responding to things then, but would he or Nick have content? I feel like they would find something to talk about. I mean, Nick is posting regular videos on his channel. I mean, I feel like they would still have other things to talk about. That's my opinion, but that was awful to say to him. No, it is disgusting, and that person as clearly as troll causing troubles. Mm-hmm. You actually agree that Dre's original video was respectful, then D started stuff because she's your friend. You're mad, understandable, but that's what changed your mind. The Dailies have already admitted the copyright striking karma. See, I don't know. Like, is that on Twitter? Was that in a video? Was that on the podcast? I haven't seen or heard that, so that I don't know. But which troll is it? And why shouldn't they copyright strike her? See, and the thing is, too, is that I never had a chance to see Karma's video that had the clips from the podcast in it. I mean, she said that she used clips from the podcast and she added her commentary in it. And so, that would fall under fair use. So, I mean, basically, it would come down as a false copyright flag. But at the same time, I mean, I've used clips of other people's videos who have been flagged from other people, and I haven't gotten flagged. So I don't know, like, was it them? Is it somebody trying to start drama? I don't know. Yeah, you support them as they actively body shame people. Like, I think I missed something here. No, what changed my mind was the body shaming and face shaming, which wasn't the first time. I do not. Of course, we don't agree with that. Sick comment. I actually put that on my Twitter, but it's weird that the same account popped up starting a mess in Tea Times chats one day. I'm sure that troll don't like us. If someone is using the video as a form of defense, then made it transformative. From my understanding, they did a strike because it was their podcast, which is behind a paywall. 8:02. Oh, thank you, Kate. We started a little bit late, so we'll go just a little bit long today. Apparently the paywall complicates things. We never heard about the lady until she called Dre a P word for his feelings. Exactly, Smudge. Here, yes, Smudge. Okay. See, and I don't know what the whole stipulation with YouTube is about using clips from podcasts because it is behind a paywall. Because at the same time, I mean, anytime that you use a clip from a movie or stuff like that, wouldn't that technically be behind a paywall because you don't own the rights to that? I mean, I don't know how any of this works either. That's why I just try to limit my clip usage. I mean, before I would put, tons of clips in and stuff. From what I understand, I mean, you can even get you can get copyright strikes for using people's Snapchat videos and Twitter videos. Like, I'm surprised I haven't gotten one from Keemstar. I mean, now that I said that, I'm probably going to. But I've used tons of Keemstar's Twitter rants in my videos. But I mean, I know you can get copyright claims for that. So I don't know how, the whole paywall situation works. We got some sock accounts in here. Nonetheless, if they were spreading misinformation about her and she only uses those clips, they commented on Dre's speech problems, made fun of him. They're all in the wrong here, and stands arguing with their behalf, honestly making it worse and keep going. I'm having a slow night. I finally figured out what that means. Yeah. Oh, but caller, you have the angry one on your screen. We like a happy one. Who said that? It's not okay. 5-minute crafts and TLC are notorious for striking channels that comment on their stuff. Oh yeah. You use anything from a 5-minute craft video or anything from TLC, and nope, you will not be making any money from that video. That's going straight to 5-minute crafts or TLC. But Nick, I'm pretty sure, uses clips from Shannon Rose paid content for a video, not defending Shannon because she's awful. But if that's the case, it's more on him being a hypocrite. Well, no, I didn't put any clips of her video in my video because I know that she was doing that to other people. So I just made sure that I took very good notes and repeated what she said in her video. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to be able to do things like that. If it's something that you think might get a copyright claim, is you just got to say, hey, like, here's what it is. But yeah, I don't know how like the content ID or the content claims and stuff like that work with the paywall. So I just figured, fair use is fair use as long as you're not re-uploading. But I mean, I'm not a legal expert and I don't know all. I just try to do my own little thing here, and that's it. I was making fun of the speech problems. Apparently Ness thinks it's okay. And none of that is okay with me. Well, it seems like they were the only ones who can make and break unspoken rules in the community. I'm a new channel, by the way, not a sock. Who said that? I haven't heard anything about that. Dre did a fair criticism. I stand by that. D made her own criticism, has escalated to the point of childish false issues. 5-minute crafts are actually dangerous. It's a huge company and they fight everyone. Oh yeah, 5-minute crafts is insane. I'm probably gonna get my video taken down because I'm talking about them now. I'd rather be called a skeleton ugly or anything about my looks versus a P word for having feelings and issues I felt was microaggressive as a POC. And Nick has asked, Nick has where he asked Shannon to use the clips. I'm getting confused. I know I'm late. What's the drama about with Nick and Dustin? Chantel, you missed like the whole thing. We're wrapping it up. but it's really about all the situation that's been happening with Nick, Dustin, and Dre and Karma. But we're wrapping it up here, so you'll be able to rewatch here in just a second. Yeah, she started the childish behavior first, but let's overlook that part. This stuff is so much easier to deal with by just sitting in my quiet little corner and staying out of it. Well, Terrence, that's the first for you. It's low, doesn't belong there. Addressing the points made, not how they look. That's how I feel. I plant my flag on that hill. Thanks. Agreed, Terrence. LMAO, Terrence. Okay. All right, everyone. Well, that brings us to the end of this whole live stream about the situation. I know we could probably go on for like a couple more hours about everything. But I just kind of wanted to do a quick update and, just share my opinion and give you guys, an update on everything that I have seen been going on. But thank you guys for coming to hang out. If you did not get the notification to the channel, I do have a Discord set up. So anytime that I go live or put a video on here, you'll get a notification on Discord. So feel free to join if you want. It'll automatically post a notification there if you don't get one from YouTube. And yeah, other than that, I'll try to do a video hopefully maybe sometime this week. I don't know. I'm trying to, figure out when everything works with me sitting down to record a video. And then, of course, I'll do my lives every Tuesday at 6 p.m. a Tuesday. And I try to keep them around an hour. That way, if you miss it, you can go back and watch it. It doesn't take up a huge amount of your time. But thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. My social medias are all linked down in the description below. My Instagram, my YouTube. Obviously, we're on YouTube. My Instagram, my Twitch, my Twitter. So feel free to follow me on any of those. If you want to support the channel, I do have a membership down on the channel as well. 99 cents for 99 cents a month, and then you get a little teacup badge and then some special emotes that I had made. So feel free to join if you want as well. Up to you. But thank you guys all so much for coming to hang out, and I'll see you guys all in my next video or in the next stream next Tuesday. All right, bye everybody.